good morning to all of you. Today I am going to explain you new topic related to that chapter triangle which we have already started. That is congruency criteria or the criteria for congruence triangle. Let's see how to understand what is the concept of congruency criteria or the criteria for that congruence triangle. In earlier classes you have learned four criteria for congruence of triangle. In earlier classes, you have learned about the four criteria of congruence triangle. Let us recall all them. Draw two triangles with side, one side which is equal to 3 centimeter. Are these triangle congruent? Observe, you can see this figure 7.5. In this figure you can see that we have drawn two triangle, one triangle and one more triangle, and both the triangle which we have drawn, those are of 3 centimeter sides. Are they congruent? No, they are not congruent. Now see one more case. In figure 7.6, what do you observe? We have drawn again two triangle with one side is equal to 4 centimeter and one angle is equal to 50 degree. We have drawn another case, we have taken, that is figure 7.6, in which we have drawn triangle whose one side is equal to 4 centimeter and their angles are equal to 50 degree. What you observe? These two triangles are congruent? No, these two triangles are also not congruent. Okay, let's see one more example, then it will be more clear. Let's repeat same case. You can see in this figure 7.7, we are going to repeat same activity with some more example. I have taken one triangle ABC, another triangle I have taken PQR, and I have taken two sides. Is it clear? You can see in figure I have taken two sides. One side is 2 centimeter, another one is 4 centimeter, and in between I have taken an angle which is equal to 50 degree. Now in this, what you observe? Repeat this activity with some more triangles. So equality of one pair of sides, or equality of one pair of side I have taken, that is two equal sides I have taken 2 centimeter, and after that one pair of angles also I have taken. Is it sufficient? Is not sufficient to give us congruent triangle. What would happen? Let's see. If the other pair of arms, or we can say other pair of sides of equal angles are equal. In figure 7.7 you can see BC is equal to QR. You can see now BC is equal to QR. BC is 4 centimeter and QR is also equal to 4 centimeter, and AB is equal to PQ, which is equal to 2 centimeter each. Now what can you say about this congruence of triangle ABC and triangle PQR? Because angle B is also equal to angle Q. Here both the angles are equal to 50 degree. Is it clear? Here both the angles are equal to 50 degree. Now recall all these things from your earlier classes. You all have studied all these things in your earlier classes. So recall all those things from your earlier classes, that in this case, what you observe? The two triangles are congruent. The two triangles are congruent. This can be verified also. We have seen here, we have verified also triangle ABC and triangle PQR in figure 7.7. We have shown also that two triangle we have drawn, and two sides I have taken AB and PQ, which is equal to 2 centimeter. BC is equal to QR, which is equal to 4 centimeter, and both the angles is equal to 50 degree. Now repeat this activity with other pair of triangles. Same activity you need to repeat it with other pair of triangles. Do you observe that the equality of two sides and the included angle is enough for congruency of triangle? Yes, it is enough. Now from this only we come to know that this is the first criteria for congruence of triangle. This is the first criteria of congruence triangle, which is known as axiom 7.1. What it is known as axiom 7.1, that is SAS congruency rule. Two triangles are congruent if two sides and included angle of one triangle are equal to two sides and the included angle of another triangle. Is it clear? So this is SAS congruency rule, which is very important. And why we are saying axiom, because this is an axiom which is a statement. I have shown with the help of activity also. You all can see that between two sides one angle is there of triangle PQR, which is 50 degree, and between two sides one angle is there, angle B, which is equal to 50 degree. Both angles are equal and two sides are there. That's why we are saying as SAS congruency rule, which is axiom. Now see, it will be more clear when we will take one example. You can see one figure which is there, figure 7.8. Here you can see from the figure. So that's why I have taken one example, so that congruency rule, which was axiom, can be clear. Let's see one example one. In this figure, what you observe? In this figure, OA, this mark can be also visible, that this OA is equal to OB and OD is equal to OC. We need to show triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC. And the second part that we need to show is AD is parallel to BC. Let's see how to prove. First of all, given, what is given in the question, that we will always write. In order to prove any question related to triangle, we need to always write three things. First of all, given. So what is given in this question? OA is equal to OB and OD is equal to OC. That is given. And what we need to prove, that we will write in RTP. So RTP is already given. Show that triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC. This is symbol of congruency. And the second part is AD is parallel to BC. Now let's start proof. Now what do you observe in this proof? We will take those two triangles which we need to prove congruent. So we will take triangle AOD and triangle BOC. Now what you observe in this one? See, we need always three things, like SAS congruency rule we studied and we have taken example related to that. So we need side. So whatever is given in this two triangle, so we will take it. OA is equal to OB. This is given in the question, so I have taken. Second one, angle AOD is equal to angle BOC. We can write it is vertically opposite angle. Third one is, this is given as OD is equal to OC. This is also given. OD is equal to OC. So these two triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC, and we need to mention by which rule we applied. So SAS congruency rule. Now, if triangle become congruent, then rest of their corresponding parts are also equal. That is, angle OAD is equal to angle OBC, and in short we used to say CPCT. And what type of these two angles are? These two angles are alternate angle. So if pair of alternate angle are equal, it means that the two lines are parallel. That is, AD is parallel to BC. That's why we said that AD is parallel to BC. Is it clear to all of you? This question, let's take another example. It will be more clear. See, one question you all have seen, that in that figure you all can see. In this figure, AB is a line segment and a line L. One line L is there which is perpendicular bisector of AB. L is a line which is a perpendicular bisector. Okay, and if P lies on L, then we need to show P is equidistant from A and B. Equidistance means equal distance. Whatever distance from P to A and P to B, both are equal. So what is given? Line L, which is perpendicular to AB, as well as bisector given. Very important thing, it is given bisector. Bisector means it divides the line AB into two equal parts, that is AC as well as AB. Okay, P is equidistant from A and B, so PA will be equal to PB. You need to prove PA is equal to PB. Okay, P is equidistant from A and B, it means that PA must be equal to PB. And here it is given, we will take two triangle One triangle is PCA, another triangle is PCB, and we will prove these two triangle congruent. Let's see. AC is equal to BC because it is given in the question. It is a bisector of AB. It means that AC is equal to BC. Okay. Second one, angle PCA is equal to angle PCB because each are 90-degree perpendicular bisector. And then we have PC is equal to PC. This is the common for both the triangle. So triangle PCA become congruent to triangle PCB by SAS congruency rule. Okay, and if triangle become congruent, the rest of their corresponding parts are equal. That is PA is equal to PB. So in this way we will prove. I have taken two examples so that it will be clear to you that we use as. Now let's see. We discuss about the congruency rule. Now let us construct two triangle. Let's see. We will take two triangle whose sides are 4 centimeter and 5 centimeter, and one of the angle is 50 degree. One of the angle that I have taken as 50 degree, and this angle is not included between the equal sides. You can see this figure. I am showing you figure. Let's see. Are the two triangles congruent? Are these two triangles are congruent? You can see what I have taken. I have taken two triangles and whose sides are 4 centimeter and 5 centimeter, and one angle which I have taken which is not included between these two equal sides. Okay, are these two triangles congruent? You can see, are these two triangles congruent? No, these two triangles are not congruent. Why it is not congruent? Because such type of congruency criteria does not exist. Let's see one more. It will be more clear. Repeat same activity with one more pair of triangle. One more pair of triangle, you will observe that the triangle to be congruent, it is very important. It is very important that equal angles are included. Equal angles are included between the pair of sides. It must be between the pair of sides. So SAS congruency rule holds. That's why SAS congruency rule hold, not ASS or SSA rule. Next, try to construct two triangle in which two angles are 60 degree and 45 degree. I have drawn one triangle. Two triangles I have taken. In those two triangle, one angle is 60 degree, another angle is 45 degree, and the side included between them, these angle is 4 centimeter. Let's see. See, same case we have taken. Now cut out these triangles. What you will do, cut out these triangle and place one triangle on the other. One triangle on the other. What do you observe? What do you observe? See that one triangle covers the other completely. One triangle, you can see that when you will cut and cover it, it will cover completely. That is, two triangles are congruent. These two triangles are congruent. Repeat this activity with more pair of triangles. You can repeat same activity with more pair of triangles. You will observe that equality of two angles and the included side is sufficient for congruence of triangle. This is sufficient for congruence of triangle. This result is angle side angle congruency criteria. This result is angle side angle congruency criteria and is written as ASA criteria. This result can be proved, so it is called theorem. This result can be proved, so it is called theorem, and to prove it we use SAS axiom which we discussed previously. Now see, that's why we are saying this one as theorem 7.1, which is known as ASA congruency rule. Two triangles are congruent. Two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to two angles and the included side of other triangle. Is it clear to everyone? Suppose now I am going to take it two triangles, two pair of angles and one pair of corresponding sides. Suppose now in two triangle, two pair of angles and one pair of corresponding sides are equal, but the side is not included between the corresponding equal pairs of angle. The side is not included between the corresponding equal pairs of angle. Are the triangles still congruent? Are these triangles still congruent? You will observe that they are congruent. Can you reason out why? Anybody? Can you reason it out why? You know that sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to how much? 180 degree. Sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So if two pairs of angles are equal, the third pair of angle is equal to 180 minus sum of equal angles. 180 minus sum of equal angles. So two triangles are congruent if any two pair of angles and one pair of corresponding sides are equal. Any two pair of angles and one pair of corresponding sides are equal. We may recall it angle side congruency rule. You can see this figure, then it will be more clear. We have taken so many triangles which is right angle triangle, and now I have taken two right triangles of different size, and whatever angle side angle congruency rule which we have discussed above, it can be understood by using this activity also. Draw some triangles with angle 40 degree, 50 degree and 90 degree. I have drawn triangles with angle 40, 50 and 90 degree. How many such triangle can you draw? In fact, you can draw as many triangle as you can with different sides of length. Okay, you can see this figure also. Now what you observe in this? What you observe in that the triangles may or may not be congruent. These triangles may or may not be congruent to each other. So equality of three angles is not sufficient for congruence of triangle. Equality of three angles is not sufficient for congruence of triangle. Therefore, for congruence of triangle, out of three equal parts, one has to be side. Out of three equal parts, one has to be side.